Within the next 10 days, we'll be taking 7 flights, crossing 17,000 miles, and accessing 3 different continents. We'll be leaving from our home base in Calgary, going to the Middle East, and then going to Europe. And you're coming along for the ride. In this video, we'll be taking a positioning flight to Vancouver for a quick one-night stay before we venture off to the Middle East. Once we checked in and got through security, we found our way to the Maple Leaf Lounge, which is your standard domestic MLL, with some snacks, a salad bar, a few hot buffet items, and a small drink selection. Then we found out that our flight has been delayed, and then delayed once again. After a second delay, we went to the desk to get us rebooked on a different AC flight. Finally, 3 hours after our planned departure time, we were on our way to Vancouver. Arriving at the JW Marriott Parq Vancouver, we were very happy to be welcomed with an upgrade to a 1-bedroom suite. Okay, so we just arrived in Vancouver from Calgary. We checked in at 10 p.m. at the JW Marriott Parq Vancouver. It's a hotel that I've always been looking forward to from all the rave reviews I get online. And we were lucky enough to get upgraded to a 1-bedroom suite. So let's take a look. We're on the 9th floor on room 912. And this is a 1-bedroom suite at the JW Marriott Parq. So when you first enter, you're greeted with a long hallway with a mirror on your left. Right in front of you is kind of the living room area. There's a long, elongated chase lounge, as some people like to call it, or sofa, like normal people like to call it. Over here is a nice, I guess like 270-degree panoramic window. We arrived a bit late to actually see anything because it's night, but I'm sure in the morning it'll look great. Otherwise, right in front of it is a little drink water ice bucket cart with 2 bottles of water and some coffee and cream. Past that is your Illy coffee machine with some Illy coffee mugs, as well as 2 more bottles of water and 2 glasses.
This JW has complimentary pH 8 water. This is my first time trying basic water. It definitely tastes weird. I feel like it has a slight baking soda aftertaste, which is not a good thing for me personally, but it's pretty interesting to try.
Just past that is a medium sized TV. It's probably like about 40 inches, a very long desk, a phone, and a writing kit. This desk is worth calling out because it's great for you to actually do any work. There's a regular outlet and 2 USB-As. And this desk is quite large, so you can actually get work done, unlike some hotels where they provide like some tiny circular desk. Past the living room, we have the bedroom and the bathroom. So let's take a look at the bedroom first. Our suite is equipped with 1 king-size bed, as you can see, with flanked by 2 nightstand tables on each side with some pretty interesting industrial design lamps, as well as some headboard lamps and some outlets on each side. On the far side is another window. This is a pretty regular window. It's still kind of facing the bridge and some buildings. Nothing too special in the bedroom, honestly. You have a nice butterfly on the wall, but otherwise it's pretty standard. On this side is a very big closet. There are 2 JW branded robes, 2 sets of slippers, an ironing board, an umbrella, and an iron. And the last thing that's in the bedroom is another medium size, like 42-inch-ish TV. Last but not least, of course, is the bathroom. So this bathroom is actually quite nice. I wish I had some windows, but otherwise it's very bright and very airy. I do wish I had the double vanity because there's only one, and we got kind of used to dual vanities. There's a very large, oversized bathtub, enough to fit 3 people probably. And one thing I do really enjoy at this specific property and this room is that this takes inspiration from Japanese hotels and Japanese accommodation where the toilet chamber is separated from the wet room and the shower. And on this side is the shower room. So it's equipped with, of course, a waterfall shower head and a shower wand, along with molten brown amenities in the large size, which you cannot steal, which has become a trend in hotels these days. Finally, in the bathroom, they also give you some molten brown soap and exfoliating pads. And all of the amenities, even down to the hand lotion, hand soap, are from Molten Brown. So that's a great touch. Okay, so that was the room tour. For the rate that we paid an industry rate, which was very favorable. And I would say that this is a great deal considering that we got upgraded to a suite. But otherwise, for the rates that this hotel goes for normally, I actually don't think this suite is that good of a deal. So the decor and the fittings are kind of dated. The ceilings are a bit low. It's just not very modern, like the way that the facade of the building would suggest. But the amenities are nice. The corner suite, 270-degree window is nice. But other than that, the fact that we didn't get a welcome amenity, the older furnishings, I wouldn't say that paying 500, 600 bucks a night is really that good of a deal for this specific suite. I'm sure there are suites here that are much nicer, but again, those would cost exponentially more. It's not a bad hotel by any means, but I just think that it looks a bit dated.
We hope you liked our little room tour of the JW Marriott. Now we're gonna go get some food. We took a 15-minute trek to Yaletown to a vegan restaurant called MeeT. It's so good that even Kevin likes it, even though he doesn't usually like plant-based food. We ordered the pizza poutine and some Korean fried chicken skewers. It tasted great, but definitely on the pricier side. With that, it's time for bed, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Breakfast for elite members at the JW Marriott Parq Vancouver is in the executive lounge.
Good morning!
We're at the JW Executive Lounge now with our buffet breakfast. I call this the fruit and cheese plate. And then this is a gluten-free bread. I really like that they wrap this bread in foil to prevent contamination. I'm not gluten-free, but I am interested to see how this bread tastes.
And I got some pancakes, pain de chocolat, and some savory items. Hash brown, sausage, bacon, the classic. And check out this fancy water they have. Wish we had this in the room instead.
After breakfast, we explored the hotel's other amenities, like the gym, concierge, and rooftop pool. But since we didn't have much time in the city, we decided to head out to wander around downtown Vancouver. We hit up the library, walked through downtown, ended up seeing a Lucid showroom. They had availability for a test drive, so we took it as the perfect way to tour Vancouver for half an hour. I also banged my nose really hard with the camera when we suddenly accelerated, so that was fun. Driving through Gastown on the way back, I was finally able to see the famous Gastown steam clock and check it off my tourist bucket list.
For lunch, my dad took us to a new dim sum restaurant called Seaport City Seafood Restaurant. It was pretty expensive, but the food was absolutely amazing, creative and delicious, and I would say it's definitely worth a try. We stopped back at the hotel to check out, grab our luggage, and take a few snacks from the executive lounge. With that, our short time in Vancouver had come to an end, and it was time to head back to the airport to check in for our next flight with Turkish Airlines.
We've just checked in at YVR and got through security and arrived at the Maple Leaf Lounge just in time to catch a really beautiful sunset. This lounge is pretty small and there's not much food right now, but we did get a peek at the signature suite, which looked pretty cool. And since our flight got a bit delayed, we have a couple hours to kill. We might check out the SkyTeam Lounge next.
See you in our next video where we'll fly Turkish Airlines from Vancouver to Istanbul in business class. It will be our first time on Turkish Airlines, so we're really excited to see all of the Dough & Co catering that they have on board. See you there.